Hello, hello. Yeah, it should be live. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another stream. Today, we're going to be doing a little bit of Ludo once more. And I've done some offline, so I wanted to begin the stream by showing you what changed. A couple of things changed, actually. And to begin, I'm going to launch. Actually, I don't think I can launch just a single instance anymore because Ludo is a game being played with more than one player. So from this point on, we will need to host both a client and a server. Morning, I'm having my coffee as well. Haven't had coffee in a little bit, so this might make me hyper. But here we go. Hey, good morning, guys. We have the client and the server running. Host, connect. This part stayed exactly the same. However, now we have the spawning being done properly. Here I have the same, I have the same color as the tile. So what I wanted to do is just put another layer on top of it. So here I have my material, but I have another thing that overrides that and put an additional texture. Of course, that ain't supposed to be the final product, but right now it gives me a good way to see them when they're on the same color tile. And from that point on, it's dice roll over dice roll until somebody hits the right number. So you need 6 to begin. Let me see if I can put that like this. Oh no, that's not gonna work out. There, that's a tad better here. So green player, I believe, is this guy or this guy, yeah. And I'm running into a bug right away, probably because I was actually doing this yesterday, so I was doing this kind of late last night, and I ended up on a bug because I was adding a new feature in, and that's pretty much where I was. But so many things changed. The padding has been changed. I've tested padding for every single player, so all the player can make it to the final section on their own without any issue, depending on which color they are. So that's working. Some animations are working as well, and yeah. So that's what I plan on doing this morning. What I want to do is try to get this project done. If not today, the next Sunday, and after that we can have like one more episode in which we just go around and we make it look good, because obviously without the proper model it's never gonna look that good. And yeah, all right. Activate my windows. I will. I will. So when I hit 10,000 subscriber, I'll activate my windows. That's a promise. Hi Ahmed. Hi Minto. Good morning, guys. I was just showing off a couple of things that I've done offline regarding the Ludo game. Oh, there you go. So I've rolled a 6 over here so I can pull one of my pieces out. It highlights the one that I can pull out, and since all of them are in the base, I can pull them out. And here, if I have more than one, they rearrange themselves on top of a tile. And then here I roll the 1, so I can choose one of the 2. And now it's the green player turn. And the green didn't roll the 6, so he's stuck in the loop there forever. That's like the one part about Ludo that is really frustrating. Like, when the player has his pieces out and you're just still there rolling until you're gonna get at least one piece out. Like, this is a green player. The green is not rolling a 6 anytime soon. Oh, there. Oh, never mind. He just did. And then he can bring a piece out. One of the bugs I had yesterday, though, is when that happens. So when the green player got his pieces out, then I would roll again and it wouldn't work. So that's what I'll be debugging today. People are starting to join. Nicolas, thank you so much for becoming a member, man. You'll have access to, well, first, thank you for the support. That is very much appreciated. But do note that you can also have access to the chess game if you wish. It's gonna be, where is it gonna be? It's gonna be on the playlist if you head straight to the channel page. so playlist chess. You know what? I didn't input the chess play. Oh yeah, it's right here. So you'll have access to these, the 3 new and the 4 new chess game. Can you make it use a dedicated server? So I had that question quite a lot the other time. So we're thinking about putting this online, but I don't want to rent a dedicated server to run the Ludo game. I'll be frank with you. What I can do is we can go over it in one episode. Once the whole code works well with hosting, like we're doing now, right? Once this works well, and I'm expecting that to work well by next Sunday. So, what time is it exactly? So we're in the 9th. By next Sunday, we should have everything working. On the 16th, the whole game should be working at least. It's not going to be nice looking, but it should be working. And maybe we can look at putting that on a dedicated host by the 23rd. And then we could even do a game. Yeah, like a viewer game. We can do a lot of things. So that's my timeline for this project. I you know, in between I have I have a full-time job, and have a lot of other not topics, but a lot of other things I'm working on right now. I have like 4 videos going on at the same time. Can't wait to show you guys. Actually gonna be quite fun. But yeah, that's my timeline. So next Sunday everything should be working, and by the next Sunday put that online. And that will wrap up the Ludo game in this month. That's what I was hoping to do at least. So my debugging session this morning has to begin with game state map seed. I'm in the wrong project, my bad. So my debugging project has to begin with when I am the green player and I roll a 6, I pull my piece out, and then nothing really happens. So that's the annoying part. I'm just gonna restore my UI. There you go. Now, something cool I like about the way we made this game is that everything is pretty much inside of the game manager. Hey, good morning, Faku. Let's see. Also, I know that we do have 2 other live stream regarding this game, but I'm gonna cut it up and I'm gonna make a compressed version. Actually, I might not even cut it up and make compressed. I may just make it like a 50-minute video about it, and that'll cover all the topics. Okay, so the code changed quite a lot too. So the code, I rewrote a lot of it for the sole purpose that a lot of it was not really good looking. It wasn't really that efficient, and I've moved stuff over from the game scene. Actually, game scene doesn't have anything on it except player materials, which I don't even think I use anymore. Let's see. Okay, yeah, no, I do for the moment. We could put that on game manager, but I'm getting rid of a lot of code. What about my clicker game I made in 8 hours? It's been such a long time, man. I don't even think I have that around. It'd be fun to join a game jam at one point. Actually, since I'm on the topic. The next Ludum Dare is quite soon, actually. Already in May. No, never mind, it's past. I lied. We're in May now. It'd be fun to have a look at, it'd be fun to participate in the next one, or at least participate in the 50th edition of the Ludum Dare. I just want to know when it is, actually. If you guys know, let me know in the in the chat? All right. So what happens when we enter, there's a new piece that enters the board? So that's like from the start region. When it goes inside of the game, at that point we have free roll because we rolled a 6, and when you roll a 6 in Ludo you can roll again because, you know, snowballing exists in that game. Hey man, how are you? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I was a little bit restless. My dog is sick, so took care of him during the night. He wanted to get up and go outside quite a few times, so I had to do that. But I have coffee this morning, so I'm staying alive. So I'm gonna output these two values to know if I can roll again and how many roll I had this turn. See, because this mechanic works well for the red player, but not for the green one, and I don't know why. So it has to do with when you change the turn. That's what I'm thinking. I should have output whose turn it is too. So current turn is going to be equal to current turn. There, it's going to make a little bit more sense. Yeah, I'm doing really good this morning. I've been having fun recently with a new application on my phone. I got myself a new phone, right? A Pixel 5. It's quite a nice device. It's not the most expensive one and it's not the most powerful one. I believe the Pixel 4 is actually more powerful, but I wanted to try out something that I couldn't do with my old phone, and I wanted to do meshing. Meshing seems to be really fun. Everybody seems to be doing that on I go on LinkedIn and all I see is like people scanning their room with meshing. So I wanted to do the same thing, but it's not supported by Unity. So I googled a lot of things, ended up finding one application that does it natively, and yeah, I've been having fun with meshing. So I've meshed a couple of things. I wish I could show you. Can I show you? Actually, I'll open another project and show you in parallel. If I kept it, I don't even know. But I've been going outside, like scanning rocks with my phone, scanning my room, scanning stuff like that, and it's been a blast. All right, so player 6 got out. Yep, it's green turn. Just gonna move that here and click pass. All I need to see is oh wait, I got an old reference right here. What's that? That's what I wanted to see. So local piece, enable interaction isn't there. Enable interaction doesn't do anything weird. So my null reference is of course on this. Which makes me wonder why did local piece not have a reference? Because what happens here is that we iterate through pieces you can move dot length, which should be 4, I believe. Piece you can move dot length. There. Oh, I booted the wrong project. Let's see if I can find what I was talking about. Yeah, okay, I might have deleted it. I'll boot it back up. It's right here on my phone. There we go. So I've been doing scanning in my room, and it looks a little bit like that, right? So this is my room as of this morning, and it just takes all the little picture it can take when I just drag my phone around. And here, like this morning, I was listening to somebody on YouTube, I believe. Yeah, that's Philip DeFranco I was listening to this morning, and it's all scanned through my phone. And the best part is that it makes a muddle. So if I was just to grab all of this, put it somewhere in my folder. Meanwhile, let's go back to this project. Yeah, and the test I've done this morning, it creates a model for you. So here, that is my room. Now it's using an algorithm that makes it really hard to tell the sharp edges, but this is basically my setup is here. That's what I was listening on YouTube this morning. I don't know if you guys can see it. Around there is my couch. Let's see, I need to boot this screen. My couch, my table, everything. That's my room basically in 3D. And it's weird because I was taking my dog. My dog didn't move his body, but he moved his head. And by moving his head, he kind of got imprinted over there. It's really weird to look at. I don't like that at all. But yeah, that's Peeps. He's fine. He's really fine. He's just next to me right now. But yeah, I had a blast. And I'm having a blast doing that once in a while. Here, as you can tell, my laundry isn't done, but that's for another day, huh? Okay. Let's try to get this thing to work. That'd be great. Okay. I keep getting the good rolls on the red side. I don't need the good rolls on the red side. I need it on the green side. Another 6. Okay, nice. I'm at the point where maybe I should fake those rolls because it's not going anywhere right now. Okay, another 6 on the red team. I mean, can you call that unlucky or is that just rigged? That's why Ludo makes me really angry. Oh, there you go. We finally got a 6 over here. So PUCM4. So the length of the piece you can move it is 4, right? That's good. So that is to be expected. Now, if I am to click here, through and 0. Okay, through and 0. That shouldn't be that. Current turn didn't get output because I messed up. I should have said dot value. Can roll is equal to true, and my roll count is 0. My roll count at that point should be 1, I believe. So let's see. What happened is, if my roll count is 0 or I can roll again, which both of these are through right now, and my client ID is equal to my current turn dot value. That's what I don't know right now. That's the annoying part. So you know what? Let's output them both. but I need to run this on, I'll need to run the host on this and connect to the client. What you guys are working on this morning? I'll show you what I'm working on, but I don't know what you guys are doing. Let me know. Forgot to post this on Discord actually. Let me bring some mates in. There we go. Alright, so our host has to be this guy. And I'm telling you, this game is rigged. This game is rigged. I'm never gonna get the role I want. See, red team gets it again. Wait, so red team is this guy. That's the host, that's good. Then he gets to roll again, that also makes sense. And here, we finally got it. Okay, good. So, let's see. I just put one of these pieces on the board and nothing happened. What the hell is this? Let me delete that. Don't mean that. So I rolled a 6 from ID 2 at roll count 1. My client ID is 2 and my turn value is also 2. Okay. I mean, thus far everything seems to be nice. If I roll again, it says that the client ID is 0. Well, that's not me, my bad. Okay, so if I roll again, client ID is 2, current turn value is 2. I should have it, technically. Hey, good morning, Gohil. How do you do in this very nice morning? So, I'm not getting anything else but that output, which means it doesn't go in the if statement. Oof. Sorry, my brain is not working this morning. It's not going in here, which would mean that this condition isn't met. Now I'm wondering, what is the roll value, and can I also roll again? It sucks, I have to reboot that every time though. Hey, thanks for leaving a like on the video. Appreciate the people who did that. It's gonna help me a bit. Oop. Alright, I think we're good now. We should receive the proper debug.log. Just gotta get lucky with these rolls. Wait, I rolled a 6? but nothing happened. That's interesting. I don't think this happened before, actually. Just taking some rest and it's almost night there. Yeah, I'm really bad with time zone. I do have my phone that tells me what time it is in Mumbai though. 8 p.m. Makes sense. It's almost night. Okay, so I managed to roll a 6, but by rolling a 6 I didn't get the option to actually take out a piece. Which would mean that my bug is before that. I have a function called canRoll, and it's roughly around here, can move piece, and looks if you're allowed to move that piece basically. Yeah, 8 p.m. I took a guess. I said Mumbai because that's the only thing I have on my phone, but chances are you're not from Mumbai, are you? Only been to Mumbai once, it was great. Stayed at the, I don't remember the hotel that. It was a nice hotel, the Loft Hotel, and I went to do a class over there. It was real fun. Much better than where I was based actually. I was based in Bangalore, but in Bangalore, back then I had a job that back then I had a job that had me travel like almost every day through plane, and in Bangalore, I was located down to the electric city down south Bangalore, and I had to go take the plane like almost every weekday. So you know the traffic is really bad. So I would wake up at like 4 just to take a cab that would lead me to the airport, and if everything was fine, I would be 1.5 hours. If I got into the traffic, it would be 4 hours. I'd miss my flight, and then everybody would be pissed at me. With reason, actually. But yeah, not a nice place to base yourself if you're gonna take the plane. You're from Gujarat. Where is that? Which is that a region? I'll Google it actually. Yeah, okay. Next to Kerala, is it? You see, when I was over there, they kept... That's where I lived. I lived down there in the electronic city, and I had to take the plane. The airport was roughly around here. Yeah, I almost got based in Goa because they said that's where all the expat go, but it didn't happen. That would have been nice. Also went here quite a lot. That was fun. Okay, enough. Yeah, I just got one piece out. That's good. And then if I roll again, roll count. I didn't get a can roll again. That's my problem right here. I'm wondering why I didn't get that. So enter piece is called locally, I believe, and can roll again is set here. I have a feeling that this is not being called on the server, and that's why. Okay, that would make a lot of sense. So, when I roll, I can only roll the dice on the server because the server is authoritative, like authoritative. He's the one that gives out the number you've rolled. And what I'm seeing here is that can roll again was not triggered because it's being run on the client side. Okay, it's as simple as that. This should be set somewhere else, basically. In the dice roll. Dice roll button over here. So if I roll a 6, can roll again should be set it through. Can roll again is equal to. Oh, wait, no. If RV is equal to 6, can roll again is equal to 2. Good. Alright. Look up Manelli? Sure. You know, one of the things that... So I give myself some challenges from time to time. Like the last 5 days, I was not allowed to play video games whatsoever. It's just like I try to be disciplined and do things like that, or don't drink any coffee for 5 days, or don't play video games for 5 days. And in March, I've done all of it at once, right? So no video games, no caffeine, no takeout, no anything like that. And the problem is that I end up finding a way to sync my time in other matters, right? So I can't play video game. What am I gonna do? Well, the other day, I just ended up going on Google Earth and just putting myself in Street View mode, and that's what I did for like 2 hours straight. Is just look around and be like, yeah, this looks pretty, yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey, I'm in the zoo. That's a nice place to be. Do you have any plan to come to Pakistan? I tried really hard to go to Pakistan, but when I did those steps to try, I was in India, and getting a visa to go to Pakistan when you're in India, I don't want to say it messed up my chance, but there's something that I don't completely understand about you guys. I don't think you like each other so much. Is that the truth? It just I kept hearing stories that, hey man, it's gonna be really hard for you to go to Pakistan if you're from here, and I have the advantage of not being from India in that sense, so like I guess I could have pushed and paid like a small amount and got to go there, but we needed to have business in Pakistan for me to go. So as bad as it might sound, like right now I can't even leave my country, so for me to go to Pakistan I would need to have a business to go do something there, like teach a class or meet a business that would like to do business with my business. There we go. It was fun times. Okay, so back on my I found the issue. So can roll again has to be set within this because that's on the server. That's server RPC. Hey, what's up? What's up? I'm so sorry. I'm having a lot of problem pronouncing the names. So can roll again is equals to true if it's a 6. However, if we roll a 6, we can technically roll again unless it is the 3rd time we roll a 6. If roll count this turn is equal to my 3rd, and I also rolled a 6. Yeah, let's do that in this if statement here. There, that would make sense. Okay, I'll explain this logic in a bit. So in Ludo, if you're lucky, you roll a 6 once, and then you can pull out pieces. By having rolled a 6, you can roll a dice again, and if you roll another 6, you get to have another turn, so that's your 3rd turn. But if on your 3rd turn you're too lucky and you roll another 6, you're not getting a free one this time, you're just getting shut down right away. So that's what this is. If we are rolling for the 3rd time during our turn, and we roll a 6 again, we just call the next turn and we scrap it. Like, we don't allow. All right. What's up? Hey man, I know you've moved on from it, but the chest package you have on GitLab is the old one, not the one you did last month. Yeah, I know. So the chest package, let me, oops. Let me just show you something. So the chest package I have is not technically fully released. It's actually something I've gated behind members because initially, my thought was initially I would do a Udemy class. That's how, it sounds bad, but that's how I make a little bit of money out of things that I do on YouTube. I spend a lot of time on YouTube, so I plan on doing a Udemy class with chess, but I said, hey, you know, my channel is not there like the old channel was, so I can't really do that. So instead, I put it under members only. So the online chess game right now is not completely released on YouTube. It will be as soon as we hit 8,000 subscribers, which should be happening quite soon. Sorry, just made a mess. But yeah, the 8,000 subs should be happening quite soon in roughly 5 subs. So if you guys haven't subscribed yet, now is the time. And let me just be right back real quick. I made a mess. Alright, sorry about that. Yeah, so what I was saying is that the chess tutorial is not out there just yet, so it will be at one point, but I just need to hit a certain amount of subscribers before I release it to the public. But I didn't actually know that I had the old chess tutorial on there either, so that's good to know, actually. The new one is here, it's been updated 4 days ago, and yeah, it's looking great. I want to do an improvement on it, and you're going to see it soon in the channel. It's not going to be for members, but it's going to be for everybody. I want to also show how to put it online, so here it is. But yeah, it's on my GitLab, will be released as soon as I hit a certain amount of subs. Gotcha, just following the series and getting different results, so I just wanted to compare. Yeah, completely understandable. Why did I shut down N3K, and why don't you make a Patreon page? I'll start with the second question, right? So the second question is, why do I not make a Patreon page? Because I have one. I have one right here. It's actually on YouTube. It's the red join button. The red join button is the equivalent of Patreon, but everything is centered in YouTube, and I like it better that way. I used to have a Patreon page. I took it down because it's just not, you know, I had roughly $30 every month, which is good, but it's not enough to sustain, and I don't just want to have to keep up with another platform. Yeah, it's just not enough. It wasn't worth it to keep up with another platform and like make perks for certain specific people that did pay a certain amount. However, if it's on YouTube, it's much easier for me to do that. It's like, for example, here the chess tutorial, as soon as we hit 8,000 subs, is going to be flipped to all the members. No, sorry, all the subscribers. No, everybody, okay, the whole public. But before I put that on, I can just say, hey, it's on N3K. I did not shut down N3K. N3K got taken over by a really bad person. I was younger. I was in my early 20s. I spent 4 years building N3K, the channel, and you know, people kept approaching me and being like, "Hey, do you want to do collabs, blah blah blah, and do you want to like partner with our MCN or things like that?" And I said no. I kept saying no. I know that like I wanted to keep control of my channel. I wanted to keep my own things going, and you know, wanted to make my own videos. But I had another person approach me, and that person was a friend of mine. Was a friend of mine for like 7 years, and he said, I have an MCN, and I know he had an MCN, and we entered into a deal, to which that deal ended after 1 year, and he took my channel away from me. Now he's just a millionaire that racks up like $300 of AdSense every month while I don't have access to my channel, and yeah, he's just a dick, basically. I'm having issue finding out why I'm getting some stream issues, hold on. Give me 1 second. Okay, here are we back? I keep seeing like messages that said that frame dropped, so I don't know if we're back actually. But yeah, TLDR, I don't need the Patreon page because I have the join button here, and I didn't shut down in 3K because an hassle took it away from me legally, and I didn't have the funds to fight them in court. Still don't have the funds to fight him in court. Chess game. Chess game looks a little bit like that right now. It has so if you're doing a tutorial, it has a couple of things already in there. It just has the normal movement, but on the second section, which will come out maybe today, like it seems like we're gonna hit our subscriber goal today. And if not, please just subscribe. It's gonna take a second. We have special move as well. So things like castling, for example. Like right here, if you have the king, you can go 2 tiles toward the left and do a castling move. So that's cool. It's working quite well. Promotion works, but promotion is like the easiest thing to do. So I can't brag about that. Oh, and en passant works. That's my favorite one. That's the one I didn't know about actually. And it's quite funny. So you have a piece over here and you step up next to another piece. You can still eat them in diagonal. So all of these moves, they do work with this version. In the previous version of chess, the one that you saw on GitLab, I didn't have that. I just was not aware. Like back then, chess wasn't as big as it is now, I guess. Well, mainstream, it's still like it was big before, but mainstream wise, and I didn't really want to put that much effort in it back then, but now I went ahead and I made those moves. Also made some chess notation here. So here, as you can see, we did a 7F en passant EP. So on the 7 square, yeah, it's all there. Good. Back to Ludo. What I wanted to do is just give this a try, because we made some changes that might have fixed my bug. Thanks for the question, though. Yeah, I'm having troubles with the highlight layer, and piece won't go outside the board if I'm dragging them. The pieces won't go outside the board if I am dragging them. I'm not sure what that means actually. Wait, what happened? Why did I have an highlight over here? I'm not sure why that happened. Maybe I rolled like twice real fast. Maybe I can roll again without moving my piece. That's what I was thinking. Might be an issue. Let's see. Yeah, I can roll again. That's not cool. I'm completely out of sync because I'm supposed to be able to move this, but I'm not. Well, that sucks. Okay, so before I try to fix anything else, I'm gonna fix the rolling again. So I should force everybody to do a move. If they're allowed to do a move, I should force them to complete it technically. Yep, let's do that. Kind of want it to be a network variable, but I think it might be overkill. Something only the server could remember technically, so... Wait, no, because everybody can move their own piece. Oh. Okay. Well, let's put that here. This is server only. Actually, owner only. And can be read by anybody. So, let's see. Oh, that's cool because I can hook this up to the UI as well. When the turn has been completed, I can hook that up to the UI and clear the previous roll. That's what I'll do actually. That's very nice. Very, very nice. I'd have said, I have a lot more questions, but that's enough. I never thought I would ever talk to you, but thanks anyway. Hey, I'm around. I'm around if you wanna ask these questions. I think I'll be streaming quite a bit on Sundays. I know it's kinda late for you guys, so if I can move that over to Saturday morning for me, like 9 AM, that would mean... What is 9 AM Eastern? In India, it would be 7 PM yesterday, so I'm gonna try and move my stream to 7 PM Saturday night for you guys. But yeah. Thanks for asking these questions, keeps me company. I appreciate that quite a lot actually. Also, when I'm done creating the Ludo, I'm gonna move on to doing more artistic stuff for other games instead. Because I'm feeling that just coding is not the most entertaining thing to look at on stream, especially if you're looking at me code. I'm a complete mess, man. Yeah. I mean, I can pump out code quite fast when I'm really in the zone, but it's hard to be in the zone when you're streaming because you kind of, well, for me, I don't have ADHD, but I like to answer stuff as it comes up. Update move completed. So, when my move completed value changes, I would like to take my dice roll UI and just change the value to next turn or something like that, right? Only if it's completed, so if new value is equal to true. Alright. Now I need to set the value. Now I would put it here actually, so when I finish moving a piece, like enter piece. It's cool because this is going to allow me to refactor some code like over here. I'll be able to say move completed. And that's funny part here, because what I'm thinking here is maybe I should actually send it through a RPC so the server can do a move completed, because if I allow the player to do move completed, I'm gonna have to change my permission, and by doing that I'll expose. It's a Ludo game, nobody's gonna go ahead and hack that, but if we just want to keep like doing some decent practice stuff at least. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll call it RPC, so move completed server RPC. We're calling the server. Like so. Oops. Then within that, maybe I can change. I do disabled interaction pieces. Actually, you know what? I already got it there. Boom, there we go. I don't know what I'm listening to, I'm sorry about that. Let's do... Sure, staff bakes, let's go. Miraj Kumar says, at Great Game Studios. Is it multiplayer? What are you using, Photon or Mirror? I am using MLAPI actually. So I'm not using Photon, I'm not using Mirror, I'm using the MLAPI. So it's the one that is being supported directly by Unity now. It's been bought out. It was open source before, it's not really bought out, but it's the one that Unity decided to integrate. Yeah, it's a simple one. It's a very simple one. Thus far. After spending a couple of weeks. So, move completed server RPC. Yep, I'll take that. And we have to declare it now. We're not going to require the ownership. And we'll just say move completed value is equal to true. When we roll a dice, and we're allowed to move, if we roll a dice we're allowed to move, we're gonna say it's equal to false. Good. So let's think about that again. If that's my roll count, and my move has been completed. Okay, dot value then. If it has been completed, then I can go ahead and do that. Atif says, you remind me my starting days with you. Also, you should make a separate video on MLAPI talking about its feature, event, RPC. Only talking would be fine. I do have that. I have so many things in the pipeline, but I do have that here. I dropped coffee on my thing earlier. That's so fucking annoying. Yeah, so taking a more humoristic approach to MLAPI, because some of the things that when I went deeper in research and I found some pain point, and I'm gonna talk about it in a video, especially about RPCs and the documentation. I have a lot of things to say about the documentation. Might be lacking in a couple of aspects, but hey. I don't have a timeline for that, unfortunately. I'm actually taking time editing those. I want those video to be good. So I'm taking a little bit more time editing those, and I'm gonna premiere them, so. Oops, wrong project.
Crispy, yeah, that boy breast me. Head to toe, I'm gleaming, yeah, I know they can't miss me. See your boy a mile away, my kicks is really head to.
I'm also gonna make myself a playlist eventually. You make good games, thank you. I don't think so, but I'll appreciate the comment. Thanks. Actually, I should take the comment. Yeah. Thank you. Okay, so let's see what's going on here. I can't roll because move completed is not equal to true when we start initially. So let's do... Move completed is equal to false. And initially when the game starts, it should be set on true. Would I be able to do that? Probably, yeah, in the awake statement. Or network start, could do it. Okay, I'll close this one off. Yeah, there's a little bit more people here, so I want to go back to what I've mentioned at the beginning of the stream. I've been having a lot of fun since yesterday, doing scanning of my environment. So I got myself a new phone. This new phone has well, it has all the the standard new camera things where you have 3 cameras on top. So one of them, actually, it allows you to get depth, basically the depth of what you see with the camera. And I've been scanning my environment just for fun, and yeah, been coming out with quite a bunch of weird stuff. So here, if you're curious about where I live, like this place, I scan it a tiny bit. That's my computer, that's where I am right now. And next to me, there's the reason I have so much light is because I have this porte de patio. I don't know how to say it in English. It's a door, right? And yeah, so that's my room, and here's my dog. But my dog in this scan is actually headless, which makes it very creepy. Laundry isn't done. Yeah. So it's so much fun. I never had that much fun with my phone before. And I just keep going around taking models, and it just makes me happy. Like I feel like a Pokemon hunter or something like that. I wish that could be my business. Like, you know, instead of making games, you just go around, you get yourself like a HoloLens, and you just scan places. That'd be nice. Let me see if there's something else. I got 2 more model, but I don't know if they're good, so let me just grab that. Oh, it's not allowing me to do it. Why? Not even dragging them. Okay, alright. I'll open 2 folders then. Oh, that's gonna work. Okay. DaVinci says, I wonder if we could make AAA games in Unity. Yes, I think you can. You just gotta use the high definition rendering pipeline. So that well, you don't technically have to do that. You know, like Nintendo games, they don't use very complicated graphics. You know, they use nice hand drawing instead. Yeah. So another scan that I did is like just these rocks. There's like a pile of rock outside my place, and they look like this, right? So obviously you're not going to use that in game. The reason you're not going to use that in game is just because look at this. That's so much vertices. But if I was to remodel those, that'd be nice. I'd have a nice base mesh. That's what I'm trying to say. What else do I have? I just have 3 scans right now. I cleared it recently. Oh yeah, I went walking this morning and I took a scan of outside. Though it's really hard to do outside. It's not, especially if you're walking. Here's my hand and my skateboard. So it only got like a couple of pictures here and there, and it's a bit of a mess, but I know I took the time to actually scan a bridge. So in front of that should be the bridge, yeah. And that's my dog again. Well, yeah, that's my new passion. That's what I like to do now. Let's keep going. Let's keep going, see if that new fix changes everything. Okay. We rolled, we got a next, but it's still the red turn, so we're rolling again. 5, okay, then it should say next here. So I should, when I move these pieces through regular moves, I should also make sure that it says next. Because now I'm stuck, and I can't roll again. Which would mean that my RPC needs to be called somewhere else as well. Probably right here, actually. Yeah, that could do it. Well, does next turn do it? Move complete RPC. No, it doesn't. Okay. Levin says, in USA, you guys have so many good houses. That's fake. That's just, that's what we think when we're... Well, I mean, okay, no, I mean, there are some nice places, and I live in a nice neighborhood. But it's a common misconception that a lot of people here just live in mansions, and, you know, it's not easy for everybody, you must say. Though the landscape and, you know, the greens and the forest, that is big, though. That is definitely something like that. Also, I'm in Canada, so it's a bit different. Canada is great. The one thing that is not fun, though, is that if you don't have a decent house, you can't really survive the winter here, because it gets really, really cold. I'm speaking in terms of India and the Philippines and other places I've been. You could probably survive the winter without that good of a shelter. But if you're from Asia or any hot countries, it's something that's gonna be really hard. The transition's not easy. Okay, so I had something happen right here. What was that actually? I rolled. I got the 6, and then it went directly back to this state, and now I'm stuck. Ah, it was so annoying. Why did it do that? Let's see, I do have 1 error code though, so that's good. If my move is completed. If my move is completed. Let me see what happened actually. It's a really nice feature that I can just go back and watch. Can I up that? Yeah. Crap. I'm gonna miss it. Well, I guess I screwed it up. Okay, but my bug was right here, so local piece dot length. That's always 4. But local piece isn't set. What did we do earlier? We did the exact same thing. This line of code crashed earlier. I just don't know. I don't remember why. Enable interaction. My god, this is so depressing this morning. There we go. client RPC. So that ran on the client. And what I'm trying to run over here should also be on the client, I believe. Update move completed. Yeah, it's run on everybody. If there's a new value. Maybe it's trying to run that too fast. And maybe I should leave it where it was earlier, which was inside of the enter. Yeah, the enter piece, there it is. Let's make the code look better once we are done making it work. I believe that's a good statement. Should stick by that. Beautiful place, thank you. I'm from Asia, actually. Which part? Asia is huge. Next roll, there we go. 4. I just need a 6. Not on this guy, I need a 6 right here. Did I get it? I think I got it. Okay, so what happened? I got the next. It didn't say the thing at the top, but I'm allowed to click and I can do that again. Okay, so we're off a good... No, I should have been able to move this piece after that. Crap. Yeah, and this piece is not considered as out, as you guys can see here, because I'm rolling and it's not allowing me to even move this one. Unless I move it here from that point. Who's next? Oh wow, I'm completely out of sync here. How did that even happen? Crap. Okay, so I'm back right now. I'm synchronized again, but sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's really weird. India. All right. It's getting late for you guys though, I believe. We have a lot of people from India tuning into the live stream. Really appreciate that. I think it might be because I lived there at one point and the analytics, they do see that. Like India, Philippines are in my top demographics on the channel. 2 places where I lived, so that would make sense. Okay, so let's see. I rolled a 6. Then I did enter piece. But that happened locally, so that's my problem, I believe. This logic here happens on the client side, but the move piece also happens on the client side. Huh. Which makes me rethink about everything. Actually, maybe these 2 things here, they should happen on the server side. Those should be server RPCs. That's untrue though, because everybody needs to be able to change the value inside of the board. Yep, so that can't just be for server RPC. However, the values inside of here should be server RPC, because I believe can move piece is only being called by the server. I found it. That's my bug right here. Can move piece is being called by the server. There it is. And that's inside of his server RPC, and it's the only place where it's being called is by the server. So I need to move these things on the server. So the values I set at the top here need to be set on the server. But they also need to be reflected here. That is a tough call. I have an option I can do here. I can remove all the client-side logic, just let the server handle out of it, and just highlight the tiles that the server tells me is okay. Because the server tells me which pieces I can move. And then it synchronizes it back with the network transform component. Yeah. Yep. Let's think about that. Should I just wipe everything? What is it gonna do if I do that? Yeah, screw it. Let's give it a try. Just gonna wrap all of this up right here. This needs to be run on the server side, so I'm already sending in the piece. No, I'm not. I'm gonna send in the piece for the move completed server RPC. Oh, wait, that's stupid here. Instead, I should transfer that into a server RPC call. Yeah, let's do that. Devin says, I have followed code of chess game making series, but I get one error in one line of code. Type it in the live chat and I'll help you out. I'm trying to make AAA game, but I think that Unreal Engine would be better for me if I'm talking about AA game. It's much easier to make a AA game. Well, it's much easier to make a game that feels and look like a AAA game in Unreal. I would admit that. It just depends, man. I think you can do it with all the engines, really. If you'd like to make a AAA game with Godot, okay, 2D AAA game with Godot, you probably can. Just whatever you feel like is the best, to be frank. So this code is gonna have to be rewritten for sure. For sure. He says don't wipe anything. Hey, rewriting your code is actually the best way. Rewriting your code is really the best way to learn, man. The best way to make a good code is just to take everything and flush it down the toilet and start over again. Okay, so that's my enter piece RPC. I'll need another one for when I just move that piece. So here, move piece. Take all of this code, put that down here, do a private void move piece server RPC. Okay, so that'll be it right here. Are we in play? Yes, if we are in play. If we're not in play, we're gonna enter piece. Enter piece will call the server RPC as well. Well, is that the only place where I call it, actually? I believe it is. That's interesting. Maybe I don't want that. What if all I did was... Oh my god. Oh. Yeah, that could do it here. Server piece RPC, enter piece RPC. Okay. Interesting, we're gonna try things out. So this is now completely gone. We're just gonna call this function send the enter piece RPC. That's what it's gonna be. Server RPC. There we go. So we're calling that on the server side. The piece is going to move on its own. Find index and path. Those are the proper value. We'll move at the proper place. Local piece. Okay, so that's a problem right here because it's only being reset locally. That we don't want because only the red player will see everything. We kinda have to put that inside of the move completed RPC. That's also on the client though. Crap. Also on the server. Hey, that ain't easy. Maybe if we hook ourselves up to the unchanged move completed here, that could do it. I'm just gonna go through all of them, delete interaction if they exist. Okay, let's make sure that that is true. If local pieces at index I is not equal to null. There we go. And now we just gotta switch what we had earlier. So the move piece we had earlier, we have to switch it for the RPC. There it is. Wait, that's being run in an update? Oh, that's bad. Okay, so it can't be run in an update. Instead, we have to call move piece. Screw all of this. And call the other one. There we go. Is this game LAN, local area network, or is it public multiplayer? It is public multiplayer, so it's public multiplayer. It's you have to forward your port and give your IP address to somebody, then they connect. Well, it's also LAN too. Like right now, I'm testing on this on local host. So I'm not even testing on LAN. I'm testing on local host, and then after that, we're gonna test on LAN, followed by testing with a public IP address. So RPC method parameter does not support serialization of piece. Yeah, that would make sense. So instead, we're just going to send the piece position. There we go. Oh, that sucks. Okay, well, Yeah, that really sucks. I just think about it. Let's do get first piece. This is the first time I actually sent something that is not a default type to an RPC, and I forgot that, of course, serialization could be an issue. Cannot convert piece to int. Okay, well here we want to have the current tile instead. And where else do we have an issue? I see red, but I don't. Oh, there it is. Oh, you thought you have to buy servers? No, not with this solution. Well, I mean, you can always decide to buy a dedicated server if you wish, though it's definitely not something that we are doing here. because our the game is not big enough. However, I am going to buy a server for a video at one point this month just to show you how to do it through DigitalOcean, I believe. Okay, so I got a null reference already. Maybe local pieces dot length is not even set yet. I'm getting spam on my phone. Okay, so I did get something. Some reason I can't move anymore. Kinda sucks. I'm gonna rebuild but have this be the host instead so I can see. Okay, let's see. So what happens? I roll, nothing happens. Okay, we keep going. As soon as I get one good roll, I should see what the problem is. So click there, and I get a index outer range. Okay. What could be the issue? Is it still a... Okay, so here, board at the piece position, get first piece is outer range. Okay, because I'm looking up a piece that is at -1. So I should go down here instead and say that. Then the same problem occurs. I don't know which one it is in my index, in my local piece index. So for example here, I entered that, then I still get the same issue where I would do -1, and that's not gonna work. I'll be right back. I'll go think about that real quick while I have myself some water. So I know what to do. I am going to send in the information about which piece I currently am. So get first piece, blah blah blah. I don't care about all of that. What I want to do is get the index of that piece. So public int get piece index within that specific array. So for int I is equal to the length of this, if piece is equal to pieces at index I, I'm going to return I, else return 0 or return anything. This should not happen, but it's gonna crash the game if I don't put anything here. This is my first shooter game. Please check this out. Yeah, link something, man. If you link something, I'll go have a look for sure. Let's return 1, right? So get piece index. Now I have to go wherever I call these. So the move to, for example, over here, I move that piece. So I'd like to do that through a local array actually. I just realized that that might not be the best way to go about it. So I should have a utility function somewhere. Whatever I just created, I need to wipe that. Yeah, that should not be here. That should be in the utility right there. So public static int get piece index. And that's when I send in the reference that is the piece array, and then the piece itself. There you go. Now here, when I move that piece, I can send in the current tile I'm on, and also what is my position within that array. So utility dot get piece index with first my array and my piece. There we go. That should work. Now I wonder, when you call the server RPC, there's probably a way to get who called it, right? Because I'll need that as well. Inside of here, I need to be able to say something like player pieces at whomever is the client, and then the index position. But that has to change for the right thing. So might have to boot up the documentation real quick. Let's see. Hey Divan, you got me intrigued. Can you link your first-person shooter in the chat, please? So here I have access to client RPC send parameters. Do I have that in the server side? RPC param, here it is. So server RPC param. I'm not gonna put them on default. I need to know who it is. So what do we do? We can declare them like that. So let's see. Server RPC params. So I see them. But how do I know? There's a send. How do I know what's inside of it? Like, the documentation is lacking a couple of things and it really pisses me off. So I have send and receive. Okay, cool. So send params. What's inside of here? Update stage and receive param. Sender client ID. Okay. Well, I guess I had to navigate through it myself, but we got it. And I'm wondering if it's oh, there's a default thing I could use. Let me go back and put that on default. Hopefully that's gonna work. I can just retrieve it. So I want to have the receive parameter, and I got the sender client ID. Put that there. Int client index, and I also want to have, that's the piece position, I also want to have the int position, not index, right? Cool. So this one here is completely out of the equation, I believe. And that's a ulon. I want to have a int. Okay. Well, I guess I can change that for ulon as well. Ulon. I'll get to your question in a second. Move piece RPC. Okay, think we good. Alright, so Adam says, one question, you have struggled too much with pieces, why can't we use the network transform on each piece so it will be synchronized over? Yes, that's exactly what I am doing now. Initially, the reason I'm struggling so much with pieces is because initially I wanted to move them all locally. I thought it would be a little bit simpler, Turns out it's not, so now I'm using exactly the solution you have. So if you have a look on my piece, I have the network transform and this synchronize things. However, my logic for the board is... So the big problem that I have here is, for example, I have a big array, like a 72 tiles array, and that's where my logic goes on. So if there's a piece on tile number 5, initially what I had in mind is that everybody would have that logic on their own. So the 70 plus array size, the 70 plus sized array would be synchronized all over. But what I'm figuring out now is that I really don't need that technically. I just need to say, hey, the server says this piece, and that piece can move, and that's it. So that's where most of the struggling came from, is because I tried to actually synchronize the board array initially, but no more. Let's see how this goes. Okay, that seems good. Also good. That's a no, that's a yes. Whose turn it is? It's green turn, now it's my turn. Okay, now I have an issue because I got next twice. I didn't see the dice roll. For some reason I have a feeling that that dice roll was actually a 6. Can I roll twice too? No, so I can't roll twice. That's good. And I can't roll here if it's not my turn. That's also good. Freaking Ludo, man, it's so unfair. So here I got 2 turns, that's good. Okay, so I got a 6. I got a 6, then it went and it hit itself. And now I think we're stuck in a state where it just doesn't work anymore. Okay. We're getting there. We're getting there slowly, but we're getting there. I have to realize why that happened. Plus I have an appointment in 20 minutes, so that kind of sucks. So I think I rolled a 6 on the green side, and then disabled interaction was called. And I was not able to take my pieces and move them in the center. Which would mean some of the logic is still happening on the client side. So move piece RPC. So enter piece RPC takes the piece, put it at the proper start position, add it to the board, and move his... Actually, do we move the... I don't think we move. Huh, that might be my problem right here. Piece of current tile is being set, add piece, remove piece. And when I do add piece, it actually moves it as well. Yeah. Then my move is completed. Did I have that up there? Yeah. Hello, hello. Sorry about that. Microphone dies sometimes. Yeah, so I fixed it. I fixed most of my problems actually, right there. My issue here is that I was disabling my pieces even when my move was being set back on false. So when I got my roll, my 6 roll, and I could get out of the base, right after that the server said, hey, we changed, you know, we gotta do a move. And by just changing, we end up with a problem that it just disabled my piece and I couldn't do anything with that. Let's see. Alright, let's get lucky. Okay, cool. We got 6. That's good. Bring our piece out. It didn't work. But we got the next turn, so that's good. And then I can move by 2? What? What goes on here? Okay, so my piece didn't move, but at least we got like 1 step further. Hello, I have a... Okay, no, you're spamming. Dude, stop spamming. You're in... Like, I was about to read your thing, but now you're spamming and I really feel like I don't want to read your shit. I'll read it, but I'll put you on timeout at the same time. Oh, you know what? Just stop spamming. That'll be fine. No, you keep spamming. God fucking damn it. Alright, let's see. I got 15 minutes to make this work. My issue was... What was it already? I got distracted, crap. My issue was... I got my roll, it didn't move. So when I did enter piece, things didn't really move there. So on enter piece... Maybe this wasn't called? So on enter piece wasn't called. Here it does a add piece, and by adding a piece we are also repositioning them, which would mean that the things they move on the board physically, and if they move on the board physically it works. And I just realized that, oh, can I move somebody else transform? Could that be it? That might actually be it, because like I'm trying to move somebody else transform. The pieces for the other player, the green player, they're not the host. So when the host tries to move them, that doesn't work. Can I actually change that? Let's see. No, I don't have that option. Crap, that's not cool. And if I am to change the ownership of that, what happens? A lot of problem happens. I can't change the ownership of that. If I change the ownership of that, a lot of things break. Unless I spawn them. Yeah, I could actually spawn the pieces as the right owner and then put it back on the server side. This code's gonna have to change, but I'm 100% sure that that's the problem. I'm 100% sure that the server is not allowed to move these pieces because they're not his, and moving the transform of other pieces would just not work. I just wish it said that in the documentation actually. Let me write that down. I would be under the impression that the server had like a god hand that he could just touch everything he'd like, and that would work. Let's see if it's true actually. MLAPI server move other transform. Nope. 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 Okay. That doesn't seem to work. Ooh, nice. Maybe if I get these when I create them, maybe there's a parameter that I can change that is not shown in the inspector, but could be shown inside of the component itself. So when players are ready, when the players are ready, I spawn all the players, give them the proper ownership. So roughly around here, spawn with ownership. Now I'm thinking if I can grab this network transform. Oops. Doesn't seem to be in the MLAPI.prototyping. Okay, sure. Is move valid? It's a delegate. Okay. Nah, that doesn't work. Can I call teleport though? Nope. Okay. Well, that doesn't seem to work. Well, if I call teleport, could that be called by the server technically? So let's see. I spawn them. I teleport them afterward. That would mean the server has the right to move them. Does that make sense? It probably doesn't make sense. Let's give it a try. Check this out. He has a question, and he's annoying. You know that I would have picked up your question, I would have answered a long time ago, if you didn't spam. But I'm a stubborn person, and you seem to be one as well, so... goodbye. It will finish today. It will finish today. Actually, it can't finish today because I'm leaving in roughly 7 minutes. I have to go for a family meeting. It seems like something happened with the family. I don't think it's anything bad, but yeah, I have to go and ensure I play my role as a family member. Though I am coming back tonight and I'm working on this thing. I want to get this done in this month for sure, and there's so many other features I need to do. So I didn't see, but when I tried moving the other piece, when I tried moving the piece with the teleport, that didn't work, so it means I'm correct. I can't move the network transform if it's not mine. Makes things slightly complicated. Let's do server RPC. And we don't need ownership. In here I would do, what would I do? Release ownership server RPC. I would call that right here after putting my after getting my array. That's the only thing that matters. I get this array. Then I'll try to release ownership. I'll go through the same list I did above here, and when I find whoever sent it, so in that case that would be I do have access to server RPC param. Okay, nice. That's gonna help me out a bit actually. Player pieces at p.receive. Sender client ID. Now all these pieces would go back to me. Huh. Ownership. I gotta play around with the ownership here. Gotta give it back to me or gotta release it somehow. So maybe I need to do a get component on the network object. Change ownership. Here it is. Hey. Now, what happens when you do remove ownership? Does it just go back to the server? Let's see if we can find some documentation on that. Remove ownership. Remove all ownership of an object from any client can only be called from the server. Yeah, but who does the ownership go to? Do we end up with an object that has nothing? Or it's just being owned by a server? Has to be, right? Right, let's give this a try. I need to wrap up already, unfortunately. 2-hour live stream. I happen to have some complication outside of my internet life, so I have to go deal with that. But if I manage to fix this problem, if that fixed it, I'll be really happy. It would mean that I'm wrapping this up fairly soon. Okay, so I got a 6 right off the get-go. Don't think we were ready for that. Plus, where are my pieces actually? I did a remove ownership, it just destroyed everything, I guess. What the hell? What if we change the ownership to 0 for the host / server? Oh, that was my problem. At that point, I believe the player pieces are not created. Well, that's a shame. I'm gonna have to figure out a way to move them through the client most likely. Yep, that's what will happen. So when I move my pieces, whenever I move something, I call either add piece or remove piece, which is right here. Wait, no. Where is add piece, remove piece? Oh, it's on the Ludo tile object, so that thing here. And that does reposition piece. When I do reposition piece, I call the piece itself and I do dot position. So that will need to be called on the client RPC. So that needs to be a client RPC. Is it a network object? Yes, it is. Thanks, Lord. Position client RPC. I need to ask the specific client to move his own piece. And there we go. Now, is a reposition piece is called by the server? I think it is actually. And I'll need the params, so client. God damn it, this music is killing me. Okay, last chance, I really have to leave, so. Last chance, where did I write a client RPC param before? There it is. The position RPC. Client. Position client RPC. What? I can't find it. Okay then, where was it? In the piece maybe? Yeah, so here it is. So this needs to come in with a client RPC param. And when I call this, most likely from the Ludo tile object, here it is, I'll need to call it for the proper client. It would be so much easier if everything was owned by the server, or if the server was allowed to move. Like I'm like, there has to be a function that allows me to move pieces like forcefully. Can the server force position on object ML API network transform? Bro, hats off to you. You are still streaming only if you are still streaming, even only 7 people are watching. YouTube algorithm sucks, man. Hey, I did the grind before. I know the YouTube algorithm will, better than I used to, and as bad as it might seem, this is still worth it, even with 7 or 6 people watching. The truth is, the grind takes multiple years, and I am on, my 2nd year now on this channel, and on the 3rd and 4th it's gonna start blowing up if I just keep up with the pace. I wish I still had my old channel, but I don't, so I guess I have to go through this again. Not a problem though, Plus, it gives a moment, right? So, if you want to ask question to me directly, that's the best place to do it. because it's not being lost. I can actually see everything because there's not many people. There it is. Okay, so this component takes authority into account. So local player game object which have local authority synchronize their position from client to server, then out to others. Other game object with server authority synchronize their position from server to client. Must also have a network identity component. What? What is this? Am I on the right thing? I'm on the Unet. But I believe it worked the same way, yeah? Hey, you love my chess plays? Yeah, the second part of that is coming soon, man. As soon as I hit 8,000 subscriber, I'm turning these things into public. So in 5 subscribers, I am turning 3 more video. These 3 here, they're gonna be all being put on public. Right now they're on member only, but soon they're gonna be on public. Hey, see, there's some people watching. I'm getting some likes, so really appreciate the people who actually joined the membership. And I actually need to bounce. I'm being called. Well, it's a weird ending, but I actually have to go. Thank you so much for tuning around, people who did. And yeah, I'll eventually private all of these videos. I'll just make one big compilation of the thing that matters. My takeaway from making this game live. And yeah, that's it. I'll see you guys next Sunday. I'll go ahead and I'll work on that offline. And also, before I wrap this up, as we like to do always, fix the bugs. That'll be a start. I'll fix the bug and I'll push that. Then I can go. I have to run. Simus says, do you use ML API? Yes, I use ML API right now. I have to go now, but the problem I was facing, and I'm still facing, and I'll face it when I come back, is that I'm trying to move a network transform, but I don't have authority on it. I'm the server, I'm trying to move network transform, but the client is the one that owns this object, so I need to override that in a certain way. Okay, let's close this off. I have logs. I'm not supposed to have logs in my git ignore. Let's go see what's wrong. Okay, well, I guess it doesn't do that. Let's see, logs with an L. Logs. There we go. So that should be fixed. Yeah, here we go. And we are the 9th of May 2021. Git push. And I'd like to wish everybody a good night if you're in India, and a good morning if you are in the United States / West Coast, East Coast. I appreciate all of you, and I'll see you next Sunday.